income online and grow your name. Sounds like something you might be into? Then stay tuned because we are about to get into just that with a very special and exciting guest. But before we do any of that, hit the intro.
NFLC, not NFLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me. NFLC.
Hello, amazing people! Super excited to be here with you guys. Oh, I can hear Seth is continuing to sing. Stop singing!
It's just a good song.
Seth,
all right, cool. I don't know how that happened, but it's super nice to be here with all of you guys. And like Josie was saying before, we have a very special guest. And I just want to give you guys a quick... Where's the sound coming from? Oh. That was some technical difficulties. I do apologize, but that's because we have such an amazing guest today that I cannot contain my energy anymore to share this with you. And this guest has, in a few days back, been published on the cover of Forbes and has really been able to create a beautiful life for herself. Not only is she a self-made millionaire and has she been able to speak on a ton of platforms all around the world, she's also here on a mission to help people to create their very powerful businesses, to create passive income. And we are very excited to introduce to you none other than the amazing Natasha Graziano.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, we're super excited to have you with us. And also, especially, and I want everybody to know this too, because this episode, we have a very special for you guys to be able to actually learn from Natasha and to learn how to put yourself out there in the most powerful form. So in just a few moments, we're going to put the link in for people to be able to actually start learning that. But before we do that, I'm going to pass the mic back to Josie because we have a ton of questions that we want to ask you, Natasha, so that everybody can get to learn who you are, what it is that you do, and more importantly, how they can learn to do it too. So Josie, passing the mic back to you.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank you, Tjibaria, and thank you, Natasha, again for being here. We're so excited to get into this. So to get straight into it, for anyone who might not be familiar with exactly who you are, what you do yet, can you explain a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Absolutely. So I help people to unlock their full human potential. I help people to go from zero to hero. I help them to transform their life in so many ways and really become who they want to be. And ultimately live the life of freedom. Get out the rat race, go and live where you want in the world, work from where you want in the world, and be in your highest power. I help people to use their mindset, to reprogram their mindset, to unlock that potential that is inside of you, the limitless part of your brain that we just don't use. And I love to do it. It's such a passion of mine. I've helped people to transform their businesses, get thousands of eyeballs on their work, sell hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of courses every year, and so much more, and really grow their name online. I think that's the most important thing, is getting a platform and growing your name. So now I speak on stages alongside Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Mark Cuban, you name it. And I love it. It's amazing. I tour the world and get to motivate people, which is fantastic. And just super happy that I have all these opportunities, but it's through having that massive platform that I've been able to build a multi-8-figure business.
Yeah, super amazing. And I just want to say as well, like one of the things that always is super inspiring for us with the FLC Hangout and the podcast is that we hear people's stories of how they were able to go through challenges and how they were able to go and really build something up for themselves because they were super relentless and they were really absolutely believers of their potential and what they could do and how it meant something for them. And that's also one of the reasons why we're so excited to have you on once again, Natasha. And I know that Misty also has some really special questions for you about that too. So I'm going to pass the mic back to the incredible host, Misty.
Thank you so much, Tjibaria. Thank you, Natasha, for being here. It's such an honor having you here. Being able to watch your journey and watch you grow has been absolutely incredible. Thank you for taking your time out and being here with us. But I do have some questions for you, because I think that people who are watching want to also know, like you said, you teach people how to get from zero to hero, right? Like the Hercules song.
Exactly what I think about. Literally what I think about when I think of that song. It's so funny you say that.
Yeah. It's like I want to start singing it, but I won't bore you with that. I won't hurt your ears. But my question is because other people, like, I want to know, but I know the other people that are listening, because you've said this is how you teach people how to do this. Would this take long for somebody to be able to grow it and to be this successful? Or does it take quite a lot of time and effort and a lot of patience in order to grow it this big? I mean, because we know that a lot of people nowadays, they're looking for the instant gratification, the instant success, and it doesn't always come that way. So I was just wondering, would this take somebody like years to do, or is it a little bit quicker than that?
Okay, so growing to the full mass, yes, it takes years. This is not an overnight success. This is many years in making. However, can somebody create an amazing brand and build something? And can they build something with certainty and with authority? Yes, they can. How? Because they're going to implement one small step a day. If somebody wants to grow their social media, you got to consistently post. If somebody wants to sell from social media, you got to add value every single day. So if you are going to start to build something, you've got to build that platform, and then you can inject the brand, then you can sell the course, then you can release the book. So what you have to do is build it, and it will take a while. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. However, can you start selling from the get-go? 100%. I've got people with 5,000 followers who came in with 5,000 followers, who now have 25,000 after a few months, which is incredible. Incredible. But they sold from that 5,000. I showed them how to sell from that 5,000, how to use that 5,000 following on Facebook or Instagram. In this case, it was on Instagram. And she also had a few thousand on Facebook. And I showed her how to make an extra $10,000 a month through selling a course. That kind of thing is a normal story. It's so easy for somebody to do. You've just got to create a platform that has energy and feeling to it. Like when I go on Tjibaria's page, I know she is an absolute boss babe that runs an amazing business, FLC. When I look at my page, I can see, if I was an outsider, I always observe it and play devil's advocate. Whoa, this person is so inspirational. She's just giving away content every day. You got to give away content. You've got to own who you are, and don't be scared of it. Like, get out of hiding. Come in front of the camera and just start talking about what you're good at. Start helping people. I don't post anything unless it adds value to somebody's life. But yes, it can go really fast from there, because that's how you go viral.
Yeah, and I think this is also a really good point that you're making about how, like, especially whoever is watching this right now, or watching the replay, or watching the podcast on Spotify later on, is that there's a ton of people out there that really have an incredible story to tell that is there in their heart, but they might think like, who am I to do this? And how am I able to bring this out there? And who would listen to me even? And I think one of the things that I find so inspiring about your story, Natasha, is because now people look at you and see you on all of these stages and speaking about passive income as the norm, whereas there's a ton of other people that have never witnessed anything like that. But you came from humble beginnings too. You had to literally go through all the tough times that you've been through to be able to set up something in the way that it is right now. And I want to ask you, would you care to share a little bit about that, so that everyone understands that no, you do not have to have like a network full of awesome people to be able to do this. You do not have to be super rich. You do not have to be whatever people may think that they need to be. Anyone can do this. And I think you have such a powerful story that will make that very clear. Would you care to share?
100%. You do not have to have a whole network to build this. You do not have to have loads of money to build this. This is like a zero investment upfront, almost zero. It's so tiny, like little things that you might want to do it. Maybe hosting your landing page. You don't even need a website for this. You don't need paid ads.
No websites.
It is like massive input from you, zero financial investment, almost zero financial investment. It's super low. You can put in as much or as little as you want into it. I put in the bare minimum because I didn't have so much when I very, very, very first started. I was like, how do I do this? But I knew if I could just sell a few courses a month, that would be an additional X amount of money. I usually have on my wall right here. Okay, so if you sell 200 courses, right, that would be 400K if they're $200 each. So we write that kind of thing down. I'm like, 200 courses is 400,000 a month. So now we hit these marks. But like, that's the sort of thing that you want. Imagine, do you think you could sell 50 courses a month maybe? You come across people on Facebook, Instagram, you're going to send loads of DM. It's a numbers game, right?
Yeah.
If you send out 50 DMs a day, that's 18,250 DMs a year, if I did my maths right. And that is 18,000 new people you could reach. Do you think you could probably sell 200 courses a year in that? That's 400,000 a year extra income from you just selling 200 courses at $200, or you can do that monthly when you get really good at it. It's not that hard. I think people think, you know, when they're creating this passive income, nothing like that. Build something really valuable and you get on and you sell it. You just go online. Don't even have to be that good a salesperson. If you don't want to go on camera, you can create carousels and swipe. This is how loads of people sell courses, from swipes, pictures, quotes in swipes. You could put up AI. You could have a voiceover of you doing your sales course, talking about it. Behind it.
Smooth radio voice.
Whatever you want. This is so easy. Just get started. Just literally decide what you want to do a course on. But that's what I help people do. I have a whole course which teaches you how to build a course and how to grow your name online.
Yeah. And by the way, for those of you that are listening to this and like, hey, that actually sounds pretty awesome, there's a link somewhere around this video that you can click on and actually get access to this course. So by all means, click on this right now. Again, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, you do not want to be one of those people that has this incredible message inside and you just keep it to yourself. Like, this is another thing, and I want to get back to the previous question as well. How did you know, like back in the day, before you were the Natasha Graziano that you are right now, how did you know that you had something that was valuable to share with people, even when no one knew your name? Like, how did you find that persistence to make it through all the adversity and create this community that you have created today? How did you do that?
Beautiful question. When you go through adversity, it is either going to be your breakdown to become your breakthrough, or it is going to hold you down and hold you back. But are you going to let your past steal from your future? No, you're not, right? Who here, who's watching today, just write yes on whatever platform you're on. Write yes if you want to create something greater. You want to create passive income so you can travel and work from wherever you want in the world, and you can have small working hour weeks so you can have more time with your family. Just write yes if you want to create passive income so you can choose the hours that you want to work, you can have more time with your loved ones. Just write yes if that's someone like you. Okay, so now any adversity you go through, just know that is your fuel. That is your fuel. You are going to use that as your fuel to rebound, to go, I've got to do something bigger than this. I never want to have a rainy day again. The day you have a rainy day, or the day you struggle to pay a bill, or the day that you go, actually, you know what? Fuck this. I work so hard, but I want to create another stream of income on the side so that eventually I can leave this stream of income. Like, I work with multi-millionairesses, girls, women who have a lot of money. They usually work in like MLMs or insurance or something like that. They made a lot of money and they make it on residual every month, but they want to be a coach. And I show them how to build an entire income with passive income so they can leave the other stream that they don't enjoy anymore, that they don't want to do. So when you commit and you use your adversity for fuel and you use your adversity to grow, you will transform your whole life. When you put your foot on the acceleration and you say, I am not going to allow this to hold me down anymore. And I had to do that. When I tell you I was a single mom in hundreds of thousands of debt, I was crying every day. I didn't want to be here. I was like, this is so bad. And I didn't know how to get out. And I was like, how am I going to get out of this? How am I going to change? How am I going to grow? How am I going to evolve? And it was in that moment that I was like, I have to do something better. I want to be a role model for my son. I want to be a role model for somebody else in the world. Yeah. I decided to build my empire, but I didn't build it as you see today, this whole thing. I'm on the cover of Forbes magazine. I'm on the cover of all these good things. That came slowly. I had to build to it. But what I started was with putting one foot in front of the other, step by step by step by step. And when you do step by step by step, you change your life. Because if you always did what you always do, you'll always get what you always got. If you want to change your life, you got to do something different today. You got to commit. You've got to take that leap of faith. You got to invest in yourself. Because if you do not get a coach, get in a mastermind, and start changing your life so you can earn passive income, then how are you going to do it? You're just going to try and wing it and do what I did. And then the very first year I started, I thought I can do this on my own. So I put my course out there. I created it. It took me 6 months. My God, it should have taken me 2 weeks. But I didn't. I put it out there thinking, oh my God, I have 500,000 followers on Instagram and I thought I'm going to sell. I sold one course in the whole year. Do you know how depressing that was? That's because I didn't have a coach. I didn't have a course. I didn't have somebody to guide me. The biggest mistake I made was not putting my foot on the acceleration and losing that whole year. What I should have done is had someone guide me, someone show me, hey, this is how you grow your name. This is how you sell. And now I can put my course out there. So I just put foot on the acceleration and decided to really own who I was and get a coach, invest in myself. And when I invested in me, it changed my life. And this is what I do for people now. I coach them and help them to be able to transform their lives too, the same way I did. It's all results-based with me. I could give you so many examples of people who have transformed their lives just by making an additional 5,000, 10,000 a month from selling courses. Like, if anyone wants to do an exercise right now, can I do an exercise with them quickly?
Absolutely. Go for it.
All right. So it's turning into a mini webinar. Okay. So everybody, right now, if you want to do this exercise, it's really fun. Just pause, get a pen and paper, and write down what I would do with an additional $10,000 or pounds or whatever. Okay. 10,000. I want the amount to be around $10,000 though. So whatever currency you're in, this is a nice amount. $10,000 a month. What would you do with that additional 10,000? Just write a few things down now. So it might be buy a whole new wardrobe, put money into a trust for my children, put money aside for my kids' college fund, give money to charity. What are you going to do with it? That's what I really just want you to get clear on right now. What are you going to do with that additional $10,000 a month? Okay.
Yeah, and for those of you who are doing this exercise at home or after the fact, feel free to drop it in the comments because we always love to go back to them and read them out and see how we can help and support you guys as well.
Yeah.
All right. I've got mine written down.
Okay, so you've written it down. So that's what you're going to do with your extra money. So look at all those lovely things that you want to do. So now you have a reason. You have a reason bigger than you to go and make this money. Now, if you can go and make that money in another way, do it. But selling on Amazon and doing all these other things and real estate investments takes way more time and takes a lot more money up front.
Yeah.
A lot more money. This is an almost zero input.
Yeah, it's crazy because people don't realize that. It's really quite interesting that you're saying that there, because a lot of people that are not part of the knowledge industry and they don't have either a course or a book or something where they share their knowledge and pass it on to other people, they don't also realize that those people that actually have these traditional businesses like real estate or like a restaurant or whatever, when they add a knowledge-based income stream to the side, oftentimes that stream takes over because it's passive, because it is eternalized. So also what Natasha, as a mom, is building as an empire for her kids. This is something so powerful because she can pass this empire on to her kids as well. So it's quite interesting that this knowledge industry, the opportunities are just absolutely ridiculous. And we always talk about that as well. So I wanted to just quickly highlight that. It's so, so true. So we got ourselves a reason. Love it. Carry on.
Okay, so you've got it. You've nailed it. And this is it. So if you're in this community, if you're in this amazing FLC community with Tjibaria, with Josie and Misty, you already know that you're investing in yourself. So when you get the opportunity in front of you to do something and you see it, it's called inspired action. It didn't just fluke turn up in your page today. You watching this now is not a fluke. It is happening because you are meant to take inspired action and change your life. You are meant to do something different to get a different output. You want to make that additional $400,000 I mentioned a year extra, or even just $10,000 a month extra. right? 200 courses for $400,000 if you're selling them at $200 each. How easy could that possibly be? It can be so easy.
Yeah.
That's less than one course a day to sell.
Yeah.
It just means you have to get out your comfort zone. You don't have to go out there and do door-to-door knocking. All you got to do is just create content.
You could also sell more courses with door-to-door knocking as well.
And I love it. By the way, Tjib, we're matching. We're literally wearing. I'm wearing the pants and you're wearing the top. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's so good. But I want to say this as well. That's not the only way how we're matching. Like, also all of us, I think, like, it's so good to see another fellow rocking lady boss entrepreneur that loves sales and that loves statistics. And the statistics don't lie. Like, we say that to our community all the time, is that once you just do the work and once you just do it and follow up consistently, and you know what to do as well, because you got a mentor, because you get someone to help you say, okay, these are the different steps to take, it just becomes, yeah, I don't know how to say it properly, but like, it becomes a no-brainer. And it also, like, for me, and I don't know how you guys feel about this too, I think maybe Josie has something to say about that as well, is that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. And it really just takes you to make that decision and say, hey, you know what? Like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let's try something else. And I want to give a shout out as well to Claire, who's watching here. She says, you just got to be tired of your own BS and change it 100%. You should absolutely do that. So passing the mic back to Josie.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you. And I really want people to actually hear what is being said here, like actually hear it and go back on this replay even and rewatch it, because I need you to hear what's being said. And something you say, Natasha, all the time, which I love, and especially recently I've heard you say it multiple times, is you have to wear confidence like an outfit. You have to put on confidence like an outfit. And I love this because I feel like being in sales and talking to so many people over the years, a common trend I see is a lot of people won't actually go into this or step into what they want to do because they don't think that they can do it. And they might be listening to you right now and think, oh, okay, easy for you to say, you're doing all this, you've got this big platform, which, by the way, how do you think that came to be? But and all these people that you help to do that, oh, it's easy for them, they're doing it, but why me? Like, why? How could I do it? And my question to you is, why not you? So Natasha, what would you say to anyone that's actually feeling like, yeah, I want to do this, but like it's the industry is saturated, or I don't think like I could do it? What would you say to them?
Buy the course. Literally get the course. Everything that you've just said, I teach it. I show you how to put on confidence every day. I say it. When you put on your outfit and you know you feel good, you maybe put your dress on, your suit on, whatever it is you're putting on. Even just your flow, your energy, you put it on, right? Put on your confidence the same way. You know, I turn it on. And I always say to people, you can see it's the Marilyn Monroe effect. When she was walking in the street, she could be invisible. I can be invisible too. But one day she'll say to her friend, watch this. You want to see her? And she turned her on and everybody ran around her. I do the same thing. If I want to be invisible at the airport, I'll put a cap on, I'll be invisible, and I don't project my energy, you know? But then when I want to project my energy and I want to be seen and heard, I use my platform. I put the confidence on. I put it on like an outfit. I just decide I am confident. And if you write down, it's neuroscience, it's repetition. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Right there, over and over and over and over and over. You will retrain your subconscious mind. You will redesign your thought process, your subliminal messaging that you will create in your brain. You'll change your belief system from I'm not confident, I don't feel worthy, to I am a confident person. And if you write it enough and you believe it enough, that's scripting. Then you start to retrain your thought process and your mindset. That's step one. Step two, in the course, it will show you how to grow your platform, how to wear confidence, how to film, how to get out your comfort zone, how to create valuable content, no matter who you are, how to get through in a saturated market. It is a saturated market. But when you have an idea and you're working with Natasha Graziano, hello, you're going to create something amazing. I don't work with losers. I work with winners. Okay. I don't work with NPCs, non-playable characters. I work with people who want to win. One of my students is on right now, Talia, amazing student. She decided to put a step on it and go for it. When you want to change your life, you first have to change you and your thought process. If you're sitting here going, oh, well, I'm on the fence. Well, guess what? Somebody else is not on the fence, and they're going to get this course today, and they're going to change their life, and they're going to apply it. Okay, just write yes in the chat if you are interested in the Fame Game course, in learning how to grow your platform, grow your name, grow your brand, put on confidence, create a course, and get it out there in the world. Write yes if that's you.
Yeah, and
Right.
I saw a few coming in earlier as well. Some of them are on Instagram. We don't see it in our chat here. So I want to say thank you for everybody who's commenting yes. If you have commented yes, then also know that there's a link somewhere around this video where you can click on and get access straight away. So for anybody that is really interested to be able to get this brand out and to get your ideas out and allow yourself in a very simple way to be able to create this course, Natasha has actually put something together for that, which is, well, to say it quite plainly, quite crazy. Crazy as in like crazy good, and crazy like you just done a really crazy offer. And that's why I was just like, it would be so cool for us to have this session together, for people to be able to see how to do it. But I think also one thing that is very beautiful is just how you're describing it, because we all like are here on the same pathway and in the same frame of mind, but the way how you describe some of these things is actually really, really cool. And I want to quickly also give a shout out to your book, Be It Until You Become It, right? And I think that's a really beautiful title, because there's a lot of people that are out there that say about, yeah, there we have it, I love it. And also with the fake it until you make it, but there's nothing to fake. You just have to be it. You have to just say, okay, this is it. I'm ready for this. I'm gonna just allow myself to do this for once. And I think that's a very beautiful message, and something that for people to watch, who watching this or who are going to be part of the course or whatnot, to really realize that you are just one decision away to completely changing your life. Look at any person that is a successful entrepreneur, athlete, or an entertainer or whatnot. Everybody, if you just listen to their success stories, it just started by making a decision at one point. And you can be that one too. And I just really want to say, Natasha, thank you for being that inspiration for so many women, for so many men, for so many people in general, because I think you're doing such an awesome job. And also knowing you on a bit more of a personal level, I just think that you're a really kick-ass, strong person. And that's why it's just always a pleasure having you on and yeah, seeing what you do for people. But I want to pass the mic to Misty.
Thank you. I do have a question for you. You know how you give people you sell people your course and they get going on it. Say they're doing it for years. They're out there, they're doing it for years, and they're just not seeing the results. What would you say to them about if they're starting to get discouraged? How would you keep them going?
So you have to keep going because you have an ultimate goal. We don't even look at the monetary thing. We look at the thing we wrote down, why we're doing this, what we want to create the wealth for, what we want to create a wealth legacy for. What's the reason? That is why you keep going. When I wake up, I think, I'm doing this for my babies. I'm doing this for my children. I'm doing this for the charity that I support, where I've built a school already for 600 children in Guatemala myself, the Graziano School in Mazatenango. And now I want to build another one. I am doing this for them. I'm doing this because I love creating generational wealth and creating money for more people in the world, creating jobs for more people in the world. I have a bigger why than me. What is your why? And so that's the ultimate purpose-driven life that you could ever live, is living from that place. The physical practicality part of that is, if you don't see success, it's because you didn't get a coach and you didn't get a course and you didn't get into a mastermind. You didn't do one of the things that is going to help you, right? When you go to the gym, it will take you double as long if you do it on your own, if you just get a personal trainer who does it with you 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You have to invest in yourself if you want others to invest in you.
Yeah,
okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, and also just to add to that from the energetic point of view, which Misty and Josie often talk about as well on the Hangout, is that, like Natasha just said, if you want people to invest in you, you got to actually lead by example and do it first, because your business is a reflection of who you are as a person and the actions that you take, the decisions that you make, or the indecisiveness that you have. If you are very indecisive, then also you're going to see that whenever you try to get something done, your counterparts, your clients are going to be very indecisive as well. And we actually had a conversation, Misty and I, today with a wonderful gentleman about this very point. So it's a really important thing for people to be aware of. So we basically hold the answers within us for everything. And it's just, again, making that decision and deciding that, hey, this is me now. I'm going to do this. I'm having this bigger vision, like Natasha was saying. I know who I'm doing it for. I know what I'm doing it for. And I'm just going to live my life and actually enjoy it and actually allow myself to get the abundance. Isn't that so, Misty?
Yeah, I want to bring up a point here. The whole thing only works when you work.
Yeah.
So whether you have a course, because we have people who purchase the course and then they don't do it. And then they're like, well, this doesn't work. Well, in order to get the success, you have to follow your mentors step by step, do what they did, play it full out and work where it needs to be worked. Otherwise, you don't get the results. So I love this conversation because, people really need to think about it. We're not in this for the instant gratification. Sorry. We're not in this for the instant gratification.
Yeah.
We're in it
I know
for
exactly what's going on there.
That's a little boy. He's all like it.
Yeah.
But we're in it for the long haul. We're in it for helping you, achieve your freedom, whatever that looks like for you. But you have to, in order to do it and get there, you have to be able to play full out and take every step and follow every step that you're given in whichever course you're taking, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's also this quote. I can't remember exactly what it's like, but here we go again. What is this quote? Like something like, it's like it finishes off on, if you're not, then it's not the end yet. Do you guys know which quote I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like, if
If
you're
haven't, it's like something like if you haven't received your end, like your goal yet, or your manifestation is just about there, but if you haven't received it and you go to give up, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm jumping in on this, right? So there's a metaphor, and it says they were digging for diamonds. They were digging for diamonds. They were digging for diamonds, and then they gave up. And as they gave up, at the line where they gave up, somebody else went in and started, and it was right there. They gave up. Where the
exactly. It has to do with that, but it was phrased in such a beautiful way, and I thought it was just so perfect. Like sometimes people think if it doesn't work, and I always like the word yet. It hasn't worked yet. It's just that you're just not there yet. You're in the middle of the process, and a lot of the time that happens early on. And another quote that I do know is by Steve Jobs, where he says people think that it is crazy that it takes 1 to 2 years to build a business that's going to serve you for life, but they feel it's absolutely normal to stay in a job for 40 years and be broke. And that's quite interesting too, because if it takes a couple of years before you set this business up, it's going to last you and your family for a lifetime and even lifetimes, then that's something to go for. But the cool part is that a lot of the time, and we see it with our students, you see it with your students, Natasha, is that it doesn't have to take that long at all. And there's different wins to gain at every step of the way. So I just want to say once again, anybody that's made it this far to the podcast, I know that you're seriously interested, and I know you're absolutely ready to get your fame on. So make sure to click on the link if you haven't already and get yourself this incredible course that Natasha is giving away for absolutely peanuts. And I'm really, really excited for you guys to see the results. And before we're going to wrap up, Natasha, where can everybody follow you? For those of you that are jumping in and like, who is this incredible individual? Where can they follow you?
You can find me everywhere under my name, Natasha Graziano. Every platform, Natasha Graziano. DM me, like send me a DM if you have questions. It'd be my pleasure to answer. I love replying to my DMs personally. If you have a question about this, I would love to help you on your journey to passive income, help you to grow in your name. With my top students, I put them in big publications. We help them to get onto massive magazines, massive publications, articles about them, give them podcasting platforms, all kind of things, so I just love to help people. Please do DM me if you have a question, and get the course while it's on a special angel number right now. We put it as a special for you. 4. I mean, isn't that the coolest number ever? If that is not a sign, that energy literally means abundance. That number is what it means. So if you want to get something that's going to change your life today, there. It's sitting right in front of you. Somebody else is already doing it. Somebody else has already bought that course today and is already starting to grow their name. Don't sit in the slow lane and your friend goes and gets another 5,000 followers more than you and start selling from that new 5,000 followers and making an additional $10,000 a month while you sit there deliberating your life. Your life is so much greater. Put your foot on the acceleration and hurry up to get to where you want to be so you can make the money that you wrote down, so you can do all those things that you want to do in your life.
Amen. Awesome. So I'm going to pass to Misty for her to finish up with this. But I just want to say, from my perspective, Natasha, thank you so much for being on here today, for doing what you're doing, making a difference, and allowing people to see what is possible, because I think that's a very, very, very big thing. You've been able to build up a beautiful life, business, and community that I think is absolutely, how do I say it in one word? Respect, sister. So people, do make sure to follow her. Do make sure to click on the link. And Misty, you hit it off. Or not hit it off. Turn it off. I don't know.
Wrap it up. Let's wrap this up. I absolutely love this conversation, and I think it's very important. And I think that what you're bringing to the table, Natasha, is absolutely phenomenal. And I love that you're offering this course here on our podcast. And everywhere that you are on all of your platforms, you've got it available. I also love the fact that you're making yourself available and say, hey, message me, DM me, I'll help you out, however you can, right? I love that. So people, be sure to, like Tjibaria said, follow her, get on this course, get on your path to freedom lifestyle, because of course, it starts here, but it also starts with you. And wherever you choose to start from, write it down. This is my beginning. Let's do this. So before we go and completely wrap up everything, I want to see if there's anything that you ladies have, any last words that you'd like to say or advice you'd like to give people besides let's get on this course and get going. Anybody? I'll throw it out to you.
Yeah, I think the last thing I want to say to people right now who might still be on the fence, might still be thinking about it, or maybe you've got the course, you're in already, which congratulations if you have, and now you're starting this journey, is Grant Cardone says the number one rule of success is showing up. So as long as you show up for yourself and you continue to show up, you're guaranteed success. As long as you don't give up, success will be there. And like Natasha said at the beginning, this is a long game. But that's exciting because you're building the life you want. You're building a whole life. So my advice, my last words to anyone watching is show up for yourself. Keep showing up for yourself. And if you do that, your future is waiting for you right now. So thank you so much for everyone watching. And thank you again, Natasha, for being here.
Nice. Love that one. And I'm going to make a very quick one as the final tip is you got something really special to offer. So as much as sometimes we go through life thinking, I'm just little me, no, you're not. Everything that you've been through, everything that you know about, everything that is in your energy is really, really special. And there are people out there, if not thousands, hundreds of thousands, or maybe even millions of people that actually would need you. So don't just keep it to yourself. Allow it to come out and allow it to benefit others. That wasn't that short, so I do apologize. Passing on to you.
Did you have any last words, Natasha?
Oh, for me, okay. Well, my tip that I love to give everyone every time is every day, just make a choice to light somebody's candle. Light somebody's candle, and then they will go home and light somebody else's candle. That's through a kind deed, doing something to invest in yourself, making yourself smile, investing in you, doing something that is going to add value to the world, posting some content that is going to help somebody, do something that is going to bring a smile to somebody else's world, light up their candle. They will go home and light up their spouse's candle. It will go on, and you light up the whole world. The same way you could delight somebody's candle just by blowing it out, by saying something unkind or being lack of confidence in yourself and staying away, hiding. You delight somebody's candle when you see them with that energy. Light people's candles. Get your work out there, because your work is going to light millions of candles, and all that energy and light is coming back to you. You deserve it. You're amazing. You're watching this now for a reason. I'm so excited to work with you. It's a pleasure to have been here today. Thank you so much for having me. See you guys soon.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Tjibaria, I want to see if you can highlight that Sebism that he just put down.
I was
think
just looking at it. I was just looking at it.
That's very powerful. We say this all the time. We hear it from Seb all the time, and it's very powerful and very, very true. The time will pass either way, so you might as well take the risk and do the thing. So do the doings. You are worth it. You and your experiences are unique and special. Somebody's waiting to hear from you what you have to say, because it's very important.
Yeah.
You have something to say for a reason, so get out there and say it. With that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us today on the Hangout. Thank you, Natasha, for being here. You guys, like we say here at FLC, welcome to the family. We're once your family for life. Go out there, keep learning. If you have any comments, any suggestions at all, anything you want to talk about, let us know in the comments, because we love to read your comments and be able to help support you in getting knowledge out to you that you want. So with that being said, guys, we'll see you next week or next episode. Thank you. Bye.
In FLC, closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, and that you can quote me in FLC.